another question. Why did Isaiah 7 use the word Alma, a word normally used for a young woman, regardless of whether she was a virgin or not, who was not married, as in Genesis 24, Rivka, and in Exodus 2?
Okay, so there's a presupposition in the question that why does Isaiah use a term that of a young woman that's associated with a virgin? You're speaking about Rebecca. Well, the answer is the following. I mean, if you understand me, that means you understand the English language. A young woman in Dutch, does that mean that she's a virgin? No. In German? No. In English? No. In Hebrew? No. It's just telling us two things. In every language in the world, her age, she's young, and she's a female. That's it. A young woman might be a virgin and might not be a virgin. And the way we know Rebecca was a virgin is because it says it in another place that she was a Betula and she never knew a man. So it's like in any language. A young woman might be a virgin, might not be a virgin. But to say that the word Alma has anything to do with virginity is stupidity. I don't even know how to say. In fact, we have, as an example, in Proverbs chapter 30, verse 19 and 20, the name of the book King Solomon wrote is Mishlei. That's the real name. And Mishlei means a mashal, an example, a parable. That's all it is. So we're told that a eagle flying through the sky leaves no trace. After a bird flies through the sky, you look at the sky, there's no way to tell that a bird had ever flown there. A snake crawling over a rock. So after the snake crawls over a rock, if you look at the rock, can you tell that a snake had ever been there? No. If a snake crawls through sand, you could see a trail, you could see a trace, but not on a rock, no trace. When a ship passes through the water, behind it there's a wake. Then the water settles, and you look at the water. Could you tell that a ship has ever passed through there? No, there's no way to tell. And it says this is the way of a gever with an Alma. This is the way of a man with it's talking about an adulterous woman. What is the next verse? What does the adulterous woman do? She engages in fornication, so she's not a virgin. And then what can she do? She can just wash herself, take a shower, and then exclaim, I've done nothing wrong. And because she's not a virgin, there's no sign that she had ever committed the act of adultery. There's no sign. If she were a virgin and had illicit sexual an illicit sexual encounter, there would be a physical sign that she lost her virginity. So this is all crazy. There's only one word in biblical and modern Hebrew that conveys virginity, and that's the word betula. And even in the Christian translations of the New Testament, in Luke 1:27, translate the virgin as betula. Moreover, King David is called an Elam, a young man. In 1 Samuel chapter 17, are we to believe that David also was a virgin? The word Alma means youth. If you remember Isaiah 54, it's a very beautiful chapter about the woman who is ultimately redeemed. She was despised, she didn't have children, and God promises the woman, who's Israel, that ultimately no weapon formed against you will succeed. And it says there, and the shame of your youth you will, and the reproach of your widowhood you will forget. Well, how does it say the word youth? Alumayich. It's the same word, Alma. It's the same root. So that's clearly not talking about a virgin. It has nothing to do with virgin. And please, I beg the church to show me one translation of Isaiah 54, verse 4, where they say words translated as virginity. This is a scam. As it turns out, it's young women that have babies, not old women. If Isaiah meant to use the word virgin, he knew how to use that word because the word betula appears in Isaiah a handful of times. It's there, it's available, and this is a very silly argument. Again, if I say you see those, let's say I say it in Dutch or German, you see those two women, they are virgins. Okay? I don't know how to say that in Dutch, right? That doesn't mean that the word woman in Dutch means a virgin. That's why I need to modify and say they happen to be virgins. See? It's all so simple. But people are not interested in that. They want their sweet Jesus. And that's why they are willing to believe stories like this. And in a way, Matthew saved us, because if the book of Matthew had never been written, many more people would have been Christians. But because Matthew acted in a way that was so reckless, it saved millions of people from the church. And thank you for your question.